Check.
Test. Are we on?
Testing.
Check. Testing the audio. Bing. Are we on?
Yeah, we're on. Yep. We're on.
All my friends have known me.
Look at me.
Always laugh into the mic.
Look at me.
But make sure you look at him too.
Don't break eye contact.
I couldn't handle my freedom. I take the dog and release
Good
them.
song. Who is this? Who was that?
Paw Fatwood.
No shit, eh?
It's a band.
Oh,
Don't worry about it.
fave band. Dude, you know what I was thinking about?
What's
Actually,
that?
good to see you, first of all.
Good to see you, Rye.
Thanks for having me in the studio.
Great for us to be back at the Be With Us Now Generalized Call-In show.
Should we address what happened last week?
Let's address it.
What did happen? You tell us.
Apparently, you... well, we got started on the show, and then after about 5 minutes, my internet was cut off.
I didn't even know that.
I didn't really know what was going on either,
Because
but
you didn't pay the bill? Is that why?
yeah, I
That's
was
so
like,
funny.
But usually they let you know if you're behind, like it did. My payment wasn't going through something.
Don't you automate that?
I used to automate it. I don't automate it anymore.
Really, dude? Do you do that with most bills?
I think I'll automate now.
Yeah. Automation.
I kind of like
key.
to know when it's coming out, but
Do you?
I think automating is key, especially after an incident like that.
Yeah, that was a bad incident.
Yeah, the timing couldn't have been worse.
No doubt.
And they didn't really send me they didn't send me it. They just did it.
They just said, fuck you.
Yeah.
What are you looking for?
I'm
What do
just
you
going to
need?
make sure I got the...
Oh, that's a new setup, eh? Having the computer right there.
Yeah,
You don't have to get up and leave me all by my lonesome.
exactly.
Exactly. How's it looking?
Oh, it's looking good.
Excellent. But don't use that. That's just going to be another stimulus for you to be
No, I know.
distracted by.
I'm going to get the new program that we answer the phone calls on is called
Okay.
Dial Pad. I'm just going to get that up.
Okay. That's not up?
Well, no, it's just like I got to get it on this screen. There we go. Okay.
Oh, Paul. I do so much work for this show, and
I know you work very hard.
we can call me out on that. I
So
do very little. You do a lot. You do all of it, basically.
it doesn't matter.
That's why we
We
call.
all bring our different pieces of the puzzle to the table.
That's why it's called Be With Us Now Generalized Call-In Show with the Chit Chat Boys, and the sort of secondary title is Politics with a P-A-U-L, right?
I still don't love that.
You
title.
don't love it, eh?
No.
Okay. It's got legs, though, right?
Bro.
Don't you like when people, they just encourage you? When people ask you a question, they say, right?
I brought this up on
Leading.
the show last year.
Did you?
Yeah,
Oh,
I think.
interesting.
Or I said it to you because it's kind of it's a slightly manipulative thing that a lot of people do.
Yeah, totally. But really, there's actually, I had a conversation with Trevor about that. Manipulation, man. Like, it's got a very negative connotation.
Right.
And that's, we all do it all the time. Every time you interact with a human being, by definition, there's some form of manipulation. Obviously, people have differing opinion or differing definitions of it.
I would say every interaction is manipulative.
Yeah, I guess that's a bit
I mean,
extreme.
maybe if you're like saying it in the context of if you're interacting, you're trying to portray something about yourself. But if that lines up with who you actually are, then that's not manipulating.
Well, I think if we were to let's actually look up the definition of it. Should
Yeah,
we go
sure.
into this? Because
Yeah,
it is
sure.
interesting. Manipulation definition. The
We'll
action of
get going
manipulating
here.
something. Yeah, it's so silly how the definitions are silly, man. Like, how does that help us?
What? What do you got there?
Well, the definition is the action of manipulating something in a skillful manner. Like, fuck.
Well,
You use
manipulate is the word you want to look at then.
That's true. Good call.
And then the definition for manipulate is how is what would be
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Totally.
something you use for the purposes of manipulation.
No. I didn't like that one.
Moving along.
I laughed, but I didn't like it. Handle or control a tool, mechanism, etc., typically in a skillful manner. So really, again, it's
That's one definition.
alter, edit, or move texture data on a computer. Examine or treat a part of the body by feeling or moving it with the hand. Control or influence a person or situation. See, that's the one, dude. Control or influence a person or situation cleverly. That sounds better. Unfairly or unscrupulously. Okay, so yeah, by that definition, you're right. So I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about then.
No, you're making a lot of sense too.
It's kind of.
I am fine with your take on this, and I like that. I like that Trevor, investigating whether or not manipulation always has to have a negative connotation to it.
Right.
I agree with that. How do we even get on this?
What did you say?
How do you like the start to our show today?
I think it's great.
Great.
Not as hot as last week. We were getting hot.
We didn't even have
And then it
video
just
last
got-
week too. That was another
really?
thing. I hit the wrong button, and so there was 5 minutes of show with no video, and then internet went out.
Wow.
So
We were getting fired up.
what is
too.
this show? Should we do a little recap and let people know what's going on here? Some people have never watched it before. Some people have watched it before, but maybe have forgotten. Some
Yeah.
people watched it before and are still not sure if they even want to watch anymore.
Are we on Reddit?
Yeah, we're on Reddit.
Oh, nice.
We're on Reddit live on Reddit RPAN.
Nice.
We're on YouTube live.
Yeah.
We have a 1-800 phone number,
Mhm.
1-800-329-1619.
Well done.
That goes to our calling board, and then we can answer those phone calls on air.
Nice.
And we talk about certain topics that we brought to the table.
Political stuff?
It doesn't really get political that often. Would you agree?
Political. Yeah, no. Not often. We did talk about Biden a couple shows ago.
And we got in. We wanted to address last week the fact that we're doing a silly YouTube show
Oh, yeah.
amidst some very heavy crises going on around the world.
Right.
And we didn't really get too far on that.
Yeah.
But the situation's pretty similar this week.
Yeah.
So how do we address it now?
I don't know. I think what we did a good job last week, even though it wasn't recorded.
I think it's the main thing that we should be doing is giving ourselves a pat on the back about the job we've been doing. Go ahead. So yeah, on that.
Yeah. No, I think it was, what did we say last week?
We were just so proud of ourselves for our coverage and our treatment of sensitive issues.
Jesus, man. You know what I'm curious about, dude?
What's that?
These cookies that you purchased.
Yeah. Try one. Yeah. They look pretty good. Have one.
Wait, dude, why are you saying it like
I
that?
didn't even touch them weird.
What the fuck, dude?
I touched them totally normal.
What does that even mean? How do you touch a
No,
cookie?
they're good cookies.
normal?
Have one.
Which one
Have
would you
one.
want? What do we got there for flavors?
Chocolate chunk, double chocolate brownie.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
Which one?
I touched them totally normal. So, and what was that? The flavors? Yeah.
Why do you keep saying you touching it normal?
Well, I just took them out of the bag with normal fingers, and then I put them on the plate.
What the fuck? fuck,
And,
dude? What are non?
and then I walked
fingers?
away and let them be. So go ahead and pop one in.
Nah, I'm real skeptical now.
No, they're good cookies. We're really excited to have them on the show today.
Shout out JJ Bean sponsor.
JJ Bean.
What are you sipping on there? You got cold brew?
Americano.
Cold?
No.
Oh,
Lukewarm.
interesting.
Yeah, served hot.
Do you go get it in that jar? That's a cool fucking mug, man.
Yeah. I bring my own mug.
Do you bring that? And then it's
Yeah.
got a lid?
Yeah, but I don't usually bring the lid.
Really? You walk with it like that?
Huh?
You walk.
Yeah, I walk
You don't
with it
like
just
this,
like that. No, I love it. I think this is good.
I really like. I got to be honest. I like delving into your JJ Bean habits.
Do you think the audience likes that though?
I don't care.
Oh boy.
No, I do care, but I think it's interesting. Yeah.
I appreciate that. Okay, so let's get into some of our topics. And
Please.
Is that fair? Is that cool?
Yeah. What are we talking about today?
Well, we kind of left the Ukraine thing.
Yeah.
We're doing a silly show. If you want to call in and talk about that, we have the capability of shifting gears on this show too.
Yeah.
We can talk about anything you want to talk about.
Yeah.
And
basically last week, sorry to interject. Last week we essentially put a flag in the fact that like it feels weird to be goofy and silly amidst crazy world crises like what is occurring right now, and you know, we see like we're in no position to really weigh in on things given the
that's right. We were saying that.
amount that we follow and have access to like the best information. It's a fucking awful situation, and so we wanted to just put that out there because it seemed appropriate before we get silly and say fucking silly stuff as if nothing's happening, which is not the case. Does that make sense?
That makes sense. And there could be a lot of people watching this show who've been watching for a long time, and they're saying this is a comedy show. I actually had no idea. So
that's also true.
They're like learning all sorts of things.
Totally. I thought this was a show you have like young people call into from different states in the U.S. and
our callers from last year were so nice, and we always
like
had normal.
Carson, shout out to Carson.
Jen
was where was she? She was in some state. I don't know.
Yeah, she was good.
Jenny, I think it was. Shout out to
Jenny. Anyways, we are the phone lines are open. They're always open.
Give us a call if you got a hot take on things.
Yeah, you can have a hot take on anything that's going on in the world.
You know what? That's such a...
Oh, yeah. It can't be a hot take because that's ripping off other things.
Yeah, it's silly, too. It's so overused.
It doesn't have to be a hot take, though.
No.
We kind of touched on this last time.
What do we want it to be, though? Because it's nice to have some form
it just
of
has to be,
structure. What's your favorite color?
I had one. It was still pretty unstructured, but...
Yeah, I had one, too. Forgot to write it down.
I actually have a whole list of things.
Yeah.
Let's just start going through your topics and my topics. Do you have some topics too?
I got a couple.
You want to start off? What do you got there?
Oh, yeah. Well, one of the things we already kind of talked about. I'm just going to pull up my list here.
Oh, yeah. And while you pull it up, I'll mention one thing about the calls that I have to a little bit of housekeeping.
Okay.
I've been getting a lot. Verizon, the phone company, I think has accidentally used our 1-800 number as one of their support lines.
Whoa.
What's that?
Jeez, man.
What is it? What a reaction.
Yeah. Really sour.
Oh, okay.
Almost like... Yeah, it's really sour. It's good though. It was like, I think it's something. I didn't stir it, dude.
Oh, you didn't get the mother.
Fuck. You're supposed to like tip it, right?
Most kombuchas, but not all. So I don't know what it says. But so we might get. I've been getting calls on this number the last couple of weeks, pretty regularly people looking for technical support with their phones.
Oh.
And
is that what it was last week when the people came?
It might have been.
Yeah.
We got there was a couple calls. It very well might have been.
Right. If we didn't have any video, that's likely the case.
Yeah, we did have. I shouldn't have said we didn't have video. We didn't have a live video feed of us. We had our structure.
Right.
Like it had the number on the screen.
Okay.
But it was most likely the technical support. So I was gonna like try to really dig into that and get that changed.
That could be fun though.
Yeah, we need the calls.
But we could like pretend we're Verizon employees.
Oh, would we do that?
I don't know.
I guess we'll play it by ear.
Okay.
I'm not entirely comfortable doing that.
Okay.
Because these are people who work. They're like, it's from like they're using it's always about their work phones too. They leave me voice messages.
Okay. It's like a business line.
It's it's just I think they work for a bigger company.
It's funny.
It's a fun idea, but I don't know if I could commit to that too much.
Cool. Yeah.
But if you want to do it and you want to be the bad guy,
the guy who doesn't care about people. I don't know if I can be that guy. It's good.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. You got your list up there?
Yeah.
You're not too thrilled about your topics?
No.
Do you want to say them? Do you want to say them?
I do.
All right. Let's.
Okay. So
our topics are just a jumping off point, anyways.
Yeah.
We get it.
No, thank you.
Who knows
Thank
where
you.
they can go?
Totally, dude. I've been listening to a lot of. I sent you. First of all, did you listen to that song?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
It was okay.
Oh yeah.
I think I'd like it better on bigger speakers. I just listened to it on my phone.
Okay, so it was
Miss the Rage by
Rage.
Trippie Redd and Playboy Cardi.
Yeah. And so good, thank you. I've been listening to a fair bit of like that younger rap.
Yeah, I like the okay.
And we have too. We've been sharing some of that shit. We've talked about this before.
Yeah.
How some of it's fucking dope.
Oh yeah.
There's so much dope shit out there, and it's funny because like, first of all, it's I think it's hilarious to be like to feel like the older guy who's listening to
it's pretty weird,
the young rap. And then also the sounds that they make now are so funny. There'll be like little pee,
yeah,
you know,
I know, right?
Because my Pistol Pete, he used to do that shit. He'd be like pew beep, and I messaged one to him and I was like, this reminds me of you. And then the more that I listened to that genre, I hear it every fucking song, man.
Yeah.
It's so funny. It's like, pee.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just, there's a bunch of them and it's awesome. Makes me happy.
Yeah, it is fun. I like that. Most of that.
And that's my topics.
So the S at the end of that sort of threw me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I burned one of my topics earlier. The fruit question.
Which one?
What's your favorite fruit?
Yeah.
Shut up.
Okay. Well, luckily I have.
That's what I figured.
These have accumulated from 2 weeks ago, and some of them are 2 weeks old.
Yeah. Can I ask you a question first?
Of course. Yeah.
Did you go up this week?
No.
You didn't? Okay.
No.
Gotcha.
No, didn't go up.
Nice. Do you have any stories of your sets from the week prior?
Stand-up sets from the week prior.
Tell me a story.
No.
Dude, that one about your Nanaimo bar was killing me.
I think that was the last time. I think everyone in the Vancouver comedy scene thinks I just quit too, because I had like 3 bad sets in a row, and then I haven't showed up for like 3 weeks.
Little do they know.
Oh yeah, because I was saying last week that when I won the worst set for that night, and I won the Nanaimo bar, she also made it seem like she's like, "Do you want to come back next week? Like you get to defend."
Yeah.
But I never got invited back.
Oh, what?
So I just was like, I had to do other stuff this last couple weeks too.
Right.
So
you gotta fucking go back there, man.
Oh, I'll be back.
Yeah. How though?
Well, you just email them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Online.
Yeah. Okay. So.
You don't send a letter or anything, eh?
No.
Okay.
In mail.
I can see your list.
Yeah, that's only part of it too.
Oh,
Okay, so the first one,
robust
I'm coming in
list.
cold on a lot of these too.
what does that mean?
Like I would just write them down sometimes, just like pulling over when I'm driving.
Mm-hmm. Good call.
And then
Safe.
I was gonna review them today or yesterday, so that I could be like, oh, this is where I thought it'd be more fun. We'll just go on the point form that I looked at, that I put down, and then I don't even know. Sometimes maybe what I was talking about.
You won't even know.
So the first one is mention lag on calls. That's just a technical one. When we get the calls, the system we use, and most of these like online calls these days, there's a little bit of a lag.
Yeah.
It's not going to be like dropping calls like we had like in the past, but it's just consistent lag. So you say something, and we're not going to hear it. You know how lags work.
It makes for really comfortable conversation.
it's tough.
It is tough.
But that's what I'm trying to mention it before. So maybe we can compensate.
What's the worst conversation you've had with that as a thing? Words are hard.
I don't recall any.
Okay.
But it must have been so bad.
Nice. This is going well, eh?
Okay.
It's so funny. Let's just address this for a sec. It's funny how the nature of this and like, what is this? We've done maybe 10, 12 episodes now? Is that fair to say?
That sounds right. Yeah.
Okay. So, it's so funny because like sometimes it's just hilarious, the nature of it and the flow, and sometimes it's like in total contradiction of how you're feeling.
Absolutely.
You know, we've done ones where I've been like on like 4 hours of sleep and 2 caffeinated.
Yeah.
And they're funny when you watch them back. And then other times you're like, oh, this is going to be, and we're like flowing before, and then we get on and we're just like,
Yeah, and that's the nature of a live show.
Yeah,
we have a live show.
Yeah.
This is totally live. And it's streamed straight through.
Yeah.
And
what do you call that again? Live. Yeah.
And that's how it is.
Nice.
So there's always going to have ebbs and flows to it, isn't it?
Yeah.
The energy is really gonna move around.
Totally.
Okay, so
energy. What else you got?
So when you have your screenshot of your vaccine passport,
Yeah.
I think it's important, like, that you have to take it when you have like a bunch of messages and notifications at the top of your screen. Maybe some like lots of so you know, when you show it to the hostess, you're like, oh yeah, that's me. It's kind of like what it's like being me or whatever.
You could change my name to like super cute blonde or something, and then and then I'll text you and I'll be like, that was so fun last night. When can I see you again? Question mark.
I'm not gonna shit right for a week.
Jesus, man. Why did you go there?
Sorry? I think the audio cut out.
Screenshot that, right?
Yeah.
And then you show that. That actually is a funny thing to do. That is a great idea.
Yeah.
What do you think? Could you think of something that would throw like a hostess off the most?
There we go.
Fucking dad
First
jokes.
joke of the day.
Dad jokes. Where?
Yeah, we got our first joke in.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What does that mean?
I think one of our cameras ran out of battery. Okay, I gotta check it.
Okay. So that means like one platform is off?
Well, can you check the platform?
Yeah, I can check it. Sorry, folks. We got some technical difficulties.
Okay, YouTube's still good.
Oh, is it?
Oh, so is Reddit.
Okay. Cool.
I don't know what that was.
Do. Well, let's keep rolling then.
Yeah.
Do. Okay, man. Let's keep it rolling.
But I did hear I did hear this.
Man, you got it? Are you still slapping the bass at all?
Not lately, no.
No way. Nice. Are you playing much guitar?
No.
Really?
Too busy producing the show.
Yeah, I know. You do take a lot on with that. Are we good?
Yeah.
Cool. I would like you to touch your normal or eat your normally touched cookies.
You want me to take the first bite?
No, I trust you.
There was one
I
chatter I noticed on Reddit. They said, if I call this number, what happens? It gets piped into the show, friend, and then
What
we
does
answer
pipe
it.
mean?
Like, it gets like, it goes to the show. We answer
How do
it.
you define piped?
It's like you call a number and we pick it up, and then you talk to us live on air.
Yeah. So do that.
It's part of the whole system.
Yeah. We'd love to hear from you.
Yep.
What were we talking about before that? Beep bop.
Screenshotting your vaccine passport with notifications,
Which is quite funny.
all right, good. So that's kind of a joke. We did a nice topic there.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I think it's a joke that you should actually do.
yeah.
Just to think of funny what is a funny message that would throw off the hostess?
Like I got
host.
all the tests back.
Is hostess even that's like a no now? Is that
What are
fair?
they
It's
called?
just a host.
A host,
Right?
Yeah, instead of hostess.
Like a waitress, no longer server. They're all servers, right?
They're all servers.
Is that fair?
Yeah,
Right.
that's fair.
Cool.
Okay, let's keep it rolling on the topics.
Yeah.
So the next one is unfortunately I've been having more of those arguments with people inside your own head though, where you start to like play it all out.
That's troublesome.
Yeah. And I had one the other day where I was walking down the path here back from the coffee shop in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
And it was such a nice day, I remember too. So I don't know why I was even in that mindset, but sometimes it pops in without much warning.
Right.
And this guy was walking by, and I see this guy in the neighborhood a lot. He wears those athletic leggings.
Yep.
And then shorts over top.
Okay.
And then kind of like a windbreaker.
Okay.
Kind of like athletic. He wears similar stuff all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even a terrible look at all. But he's always got.
Listen to you judging.
No, I know that was like. It's a unique look.
Yeah.
But it's there's nothing wrong with it.
Okay.
Which is useful for the story.
Right.
Later on.
Fair.
Because I was judging him in my argument later. But basically, he walked by me, and he's always got just kind of like a cool guy look on his face.
Yeah.
And so, for whatever reason...
How old?
45.
Okay.
And for whatever reason, and he's got I'm like describing this actual person quite... I think I'll leave it at that.
No. What were you going to say about his facial hair? Goatee.
No more details. No more...
Soul patch.
We're going to blur out your imagination.
Just say goatee. Is it goatee? Because that's a big indicator.
Now I can't even remember actually.
Okay.
I think it's goatee.
Chin strap?
No, it's not. I think it's just a gray, well manicured thing right there.
Just a chin plot.
I guess I can describe this guy because I'm not even. He's not the bad guy in the story. I am.
I think he's fucking watching the show or something.
Well, yeah,
We got
it could be anywhere.
20 viewers, man.
That's generous.
Well, 20 views, collective accumulated over the span of many
career.
months.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Good call, man.
Yeah.
Okay, so he walked by.
Uh-huh.
Fuck, what a dumb story this is, but it's like
I like it.
It's like
I like it when it's dumb.
Yeah, me too. So he walked by, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I was wearing sandals. That was what it was.
Yeah.
I was wearing sandals because it was sunny and dry out, but it was still kind of cold. And he looked at my sandals.
Okay.
So he did start it, but he looked at my sandals, and he's like,
You don't want people looking at your feet. Is that what's going on?
I would rather them not.
And then he fucking looked at my sandals.
He looked at my
So
sandals,
he started
looked
it.
away,
Did you hear what you just said?
and move, and then he walks by. And in my head, I'm like,
Sorry, wait, what did he do?
he just looked at them,
And then what?
walked by. We just passed each other, looked up, and walked, carrying on with his day. That's the whole point of the story. Is it's ridiculous because I played it out in my head. I was like, I was playing like his perspective,
Yeah.
like. Why he was in my head? He was saying,
Fuck
"Who
this
wears?
guy?
Why are you wearing sandals? It's like February. It's still cold out."
Right.
And then I immediately responded in my head. I'm like, "You always wear these fucking leggings under your shorts."
Oh, wow.
Like he's going to, I don't know, like a fucking. He's not even that athletic.
Right,
I'd never even seen him jog.
With
He
like
just
a,
wears
never seen
them.
him have any sporting goods on him.
Exactly.
On his person.
So,
What's the lesson here, Paul? But hey, I'm throwing you under the bus. Obviously, we all do that to some degree.
do we? Yeah.
Of course, man.
Yeah, okay.
Everybody, and everybody. Dude, there's actually a funny. I think I may have showed you that clip. What did he say? I want to think of it exactly. It was Trevor in a lesson. He was like, everybody thinks at some time or another, like, I wonder what would happen if I punched grandma in the face. And he's like, do we act on it though? No. Because like we all have these fucked up, judgmental, weird thoughts, and we don't act on them.
No.
And it's the people who then use that as permission to like further distort and judge themselves. Like, what kind of piece of shit am I?
Right.
That they then upset themselves further, and it kind of even reinforces in a weird way the act of doing that.
Yeah.
Just becomes this like self-judgmental internal perpetual loop of like misery. So I'm throwing you a lifeline here.
I appreciate it. I wasn't even.
Did sound kooky.
Yeah, it was more to. Yeah, it was kooky.
But I've done that. We all
do
that.
it. I can't even remember it. I feel like there's an extra part of this
if it, like,
one.
Bothered you for the rest of the day.
No, it didn't. I just remember. I remember.
Came home and just fucking started drinking.
No, I was like, I think it was just like that. It went like I was actually having a back and forth, like what he was saying, and I was like, because one thing if it's like. He said he looks at my sandals, and in my head, like you said, a lot of people just it's natural. I'd be like, "Why the fuck is he looking at my sandals? Like I can wear sandals whenever I want. I'm an adult."
What if he was admiring them?
Exactly.
Right.
That's the thing about whenever someone's looking at you, it's your choice how you take it.
So how long was it before you acknowledged?
I think I was in like podcast mode, and I was like, I just got to write that down right away because it was cracking me up. It was all about laughs.
So right away is like a couple minutes.
Like 3 weeks after I like got out of the basement, and I had to like, I felt better at that point.
Beat up a bunch of kids at that point. Yeah.
Okay. I got nothing else for that one.
No, that's good. I'm glad you shared that, man. I'm trying to think of things like that. Because
think of
we all have conversations with ourselves, you know.
And we have conversations on the show about things where like I'll start saying something about a conversation, and then you'll bring your own experiences to that space.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
Well, no.
We should try it.
Yes, and
we will try it.
And
we have tried it already.
We'll do that again.
Absolutely.
Right?
Absolutely. Call us.
Please. Will you?
Hello.
What remember?
Please help me.
What was your next topic?
So I did those 2 graveyard shifts at Cargo Jet where we're packing.
Man. Can I tell you something about that?
Bring it.
I was like a little bit. That was, you know me. I'm a big Paul fan. Big fan of the show.
You're a friend of the pod, aren't you?
I am, yeah. And when you said that you were doing graveyards, I was like, oh fuck. And then the first thing I asked you was, what?
This is not good.
What is it good money? And your answer was no.
No.
I was like, what? Like, there's just such, again, with all, yeah, it's fuck graveyard.
Remember,
Graveyard shifts are ruthless on the body.
ruthlessly
Unhuman good.
Okay, yeah,
in
yeah.
terms of income.
They're radically transparent. Or,
Cream cheese?
Do you ever think that we could be something more?
We already are, man. We're brothers. 'Cause he's my brother.
Okay, so yeah, graveyard shifts are bad.
You did 2 of them.
I did 2 in a row.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 in a row.
And how did that affect your circadian rhythm?
It was terrible.
Yeah.
But there were so many funny things, and
like, were your moods all fucked? Those.
Yeah, I was like, I was a little bit like this.
Yeah.
But the highs were great.
Oh yeah.
A couple times it's like 4:30 in the morning,
and you're just like,
and I'm like loading these freaking Amazon packages in and out of these bins that they, and then I got to go on one of the planes.
Stolen Amazon packages.
Yeah, the guy's van. It's like I didn't actually work there, and what I did was I robbed an airplane.
Oh yeah.
And
the money was shit.
Yeah, the money was shit, but it's all back end loaded. We got to just.
I was threatened.
Yeah.
At knife point.
Look, let me get through this.
I know.
Fuck.
I'm trying to spice it up.
I love it. I'm not actually ever angry. I'm actually very, very, very.
I've never seen you angry
nice
before.
Person.
Yeah, you are.
You've seen me angry.
No.
You haven't?
No, I have. So you're loading the packages.
Oh yeah, loading the packages, and these freaking people who load the packages. I'm like trying to be more cognizant of like some of them actually say fragile. Some of them are heavy, so you're like, I'm not just gonna toss this. It's like they bring the plane shaped compartments off, they wheel them off the plane, and then they bring them into the warehouse, and you're either like unloading boxes and envelopes or the reverse, loading them off the empty ones.
All Amazon.
No, but mostly like just.
Did you see the plane?
Loads of Amazon, just junk everywhere. It was hilarious.
Oh really?
It was some very interesting like overtones of shit that's going on, like just with basically our world is like Amazon goods just being flown all over the place, like
that's what I was wondering if you've seen
buttloads.
Do they have like Amazon planes?
I didn't see any.
Like, are they at that point now?
Probably not yet, but maybe coming, because the impression I got was this place was very busy. They're overloaded with like orders, cargo jet,
right? And
it was mostly Amazon, so it's just like lots of Amazon stuff. But one thing that was making me laugh was, you know, in the movies when you have people who handle packages, and they're like always, it's this exaggerated, like they're just tossing shit around, it's like clinking and clanging. It was that.
Really?
It was actually a lot of these guys were just like throwing shit around. I'm like,
oh wow,
is that how we're doing this? And like it was just like the caricatures of that in movies, just like these guys with headphones in, like throwing boxes in the back of these like metal bins.
And were they doing the same thing you were doing? Like, did they work for that same company, or were they? Some
of them, I think most of them were temporary, temporary workers too, but sort of semi like do that regularly. Like Cargojet was always hiring people.
Okay.
But I will say this, since we're calling them out on air, I'm not calling out Cargojet at all. The people who worked at Cargojet and the leaders there, this is at midnight to an 8 a.m. shift at this weird warehouse in Richmond at the airport.
Yep.
Could have been any sort of vibe in there. These guys were incredible.
Really?
Just really good. The one guy especially, he walked in the room at like 3:30 when his shift started. We'd already been throwing packages around for a few hours, and I was like, this guy walks in, and as soon as he walked in, I was always, I mean, I was like, I can't, We were throwing a bit.
Right.
Yeah, you throw. They're around.
Yeah, we've thrown.
We've thrown.
No, I mean, no,
Yeah, we were throwing.
Yeah.
But this guy walked in and he didn't even say anything yet, and I'm like, this guy's interesting. I love this guy's vibe. He's like, and it turned out he was like the GM or the foreman of the whole place.
Why was his vibe nice?
Just like it was an intangible thing, energy wise.
Okay.
That's kind of what I wouldn't even want to describe it in too much detail, because the point was you could just kind of feel it, and then it turned out to be true. He kind of like corralled everyone. It's like, everyone, and he just did his announcement for like the second half of the shift, and all this like technical stuff for the like the sort of lower level managers to coordinate.
Right.
But all the people who worked there were just super nice, and like, I mean, like I said, the kids were throwing this shit around.
There we go.
We got a call.
Excellent. Let him in. If it's Verizon, hopefully it's Verizon. Here we go, dear caller.
Yeah, hang on the line.
Is that us called The Dark Knight?
No, that's just me.
Did you answer it?
Not yet. There we go.
Oh no, we
Oh my
lost
God.
him. Did we lose it?
Yep.
Hey, if you just called in, there we go. Call us back.
Welcome to the Be With Us Now Generalized Call-In Show with the Chit Chat Boys.
You are with us now. Who are we speaking with?
This is Eric.
Eric, what's going on, man?
I was just chilling, hanging out, smoking some fat bowls.
My man. Eric, do you listen to much Cypress Hill? Just out of curiosity.
Nah,
No?
I don't live around there.
Where do you live?
I'm in Indianapolis.
Nice,
Tight.
man.
So, are you watching us on YouTube or Reddit, Eric?
I'm on YouTube.
Tight,
Nice.
bro.
And how many bowls deep are you today, Eric? Are you super baked, or are you like, give me a 1 to 100 rating of how high you are right now?
I probably I had 5 full gram bowls.
Damn.
I don't know what that is, but that sounds heavy.
It's a pretty packed bowl.
4 gram. Yeah, that is heavy, man. Nice work, man.
It was a mess too.
How are you feeling now?
Eric, you silly goose. You'd be way more jacked up than you are if it was meth.
I think he said it was the best.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I'm wavy. I got waves in my hair, from the do-rag.
Oh, nice, man. What you said Indianapolis? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Nice, bro.
So do you always do a nice
218.
power run like that on the bowls on Saturdays and just go for it, or what's going on specifically today for you?
Well, I'm a bus driver, so I got to get to work soon.
No way. Are you
I'm a
serious?
school bus driver, actually.
Bro, you're fucking
Yeah, I'm
with
a
us.
school bus
Eric, you silly goose. What? You got any funny?
You think you can
hot
call in here and
takes?
play games with us?
Yeah, Eric, silly boy.
I get tired behind the wheel sometimes.
I bet you do.
Eric, how old are you? Not that I'm gonna get a straight answer from you, but
23.
okay, nice.
That did sound accurate.
That's a
I'm
good
actually
age.
on my 5th charge already, so I got to be on thin ice with these.
Your 5th what? I missed that. 5th what?
This is my 5th charge already for DUI.
Oh, damn. Well, those kids are safe with you, Eric.
They are.
Yeah.
Kids are safe in the basement.
What else are you doing today, man? Other than getting super stoned. Oh, he hung up. Did we lose him?
Hopefully.
Thanks for calling, Eric.
Thanks, Eric.
If that
I don't know
is
if
your
you call.
real
I don't know if
name.
you hung up there. We lost you, but that was a good start to
Yeah.
kick off the calls.
Yeah.
A
great to
totally
talk with
honest
you.
and authentic Eric.
Straight shooter, that guy.
Real.
Let's audit the information. Was his name Eric?
That sounds real.
Okay. I think he was 23. You?
Yeah.
Okay. And then the rest bullshit?
Maybe Indiana. Indianapolis.
Oh my God, look at this guy.
Well,
Yeah, no, Indianapolis. That is. Anyways, Thanks for calling, dude.
Yeah, we can't say enough how much. Even if you want to call and lie to us, I'll take that any day.
Totally. It's like I have watched more Kill Tony, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Which is funny. I watched this chick bomb hard. You may have seen it.
Was it a recent show?
It was Tim Dillon.
Oh,
Did
okay.
you see that with the girl? She's got the like super stoner vibe and kind of like just like
Did she have like a
And she did,
two-piece
like-
thing on?
I think so. She was doing like school shooting jokes. that
Oh,
just-
yeah.
that just
I think I've seen that
fell
clip.
flat, and then she had
Usually such a
a
funny
small.
topic.
Yeah, exactly. She had a small. She was not very well.
Oh, and they were making fun of her.
They were
I have
making
seen
fun of
that.
her,
Yeah.
It was pretty cringy. But anyways, when they say that made me think of that when people try and continue being funny
Yeah.
and they're like, dude, stop.
Right.
Just
Right.
fucking give us the facts.
Oh, yeah. But you know what? I'm not going to. I think Eric's got every license to do that.
Oh, dude,
on our
Eric's
show,
a good man.
You can call in and you can try out a character.
Eric's
or
a good guy, dude.
a lie.
What do you think I said?
I
What do you?
wasn't sure. It was more of a clarification.
Okay.
But I know you support Eric, and I know that you are also
Eric's
someone
my
who's-
lover.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. What else do you want to talk about? You want to go on another topic, or you got anything?
Well, you were into something right before the call.
Yeah, I was.
What was that?
I don't recall.
It was
Something about Cargo Jet.
Ah.
These guys were just great.
Yeah, that
good
guy.
vibe.
What's that guy's deal?
Oh yeah, that's all it was.
What
I was
was
just like
his
completely
deal,
that.
man?
He was just a really nice vibe and good leader.
Yeah.
And yeah, he kind of like held court and did all the.
Isn't that something that's neat thing to observe? Isn't it like a fucking
really was.
leader who just kind of? It's like this. It's like a level of deep security that they can just kind of. There's no obtrusiveness and aggression. It's all just like respect and yet commanding of attention.
Yeah, totally. That was kind of what this guy was, because he wasn't loud or like he wasn't. He had a security about him. He wasn't bringing his ego into it, but you could tell he commanded people.
Right.
They would do what he asked every time.
Maybe he killed someone in front of them, like an old employee, and they were just all
Sometimes
petrified.
you gotta make an example.
Because that's what's we're referencing what's going on in your head, and you're usually, as we know from the story before,
Way.
there's weird things going on up there.
Yeah.
So it's tough to trust your reality.
Absolutely.
I'll throw in air quotes.
Yeah, just lazy, just like barely.
You gonna eat your cookie, or I'm gonna have a cookie.
Go for it.
Which one do you want though?
I don't care. They're both like
You're a double chocolate guy.
like the double chocolate on paper is more appealing to me, but I've had that chocolate chunk cookie before. It's mostly butter. It's unbelievably good. It's so good. It just looks like a classic chocolate chip cookie, but it's like it's rich. It's rich. It's bourgeois. All right, I'm gonna say my next topic too.
That's really
They're not all golden too. It's just I'm gonna roll through every single one. I'm not even gonna skip any.
Perfect.
This is also about those 2 nights at Cargo Jet. Remember my story from 3 weeks ago, 2 shows ago, not counting our dud show last week, where I was handing off that package to the girl, and our fingers did it, and I was like, for as much as I enjoyed that and how much of a blessing that was, we had like little chains of like when we weren't throwing boxes into the bins, we were handing boxes back and forth to each other, me and the guys who worked at a Cargo Jet. And you're like, grab a box, turn around, and a lot of times you're holding it like this, and the amount of interlocking that I got with these young men that I was working with, just like by the nature of how we're handing the boxes back and forth to each other.
Don't you develop a system where one goes this way, one goes this way?
You try, but you're trying to keep a nice quick chain going as well, and the boxes are different sizes, or you're grabbing a stack of like envelope-y type of things, the bubble envelopes, and it's just like, it's messy. It's not a perfect system. So I interlocked fingers with a lot of my friends there, and you just kind of look at each other with dead eyes and get on with it, or maybe
make
enjoy
out,
it.
going for it.
None of that, but
Okay.
maybe
Not
next time.
not as exciting as the
You think there'd be more making out on a graveyard shift?
totally.
All right. Oh man, this is another cargo jet one.
Perfect.
Like I said, I had moments of I was like riding the wave, and I had moments where I had to be like getting my phone out and writing these things down, and then later I'd be like, well, now I guess now is the later where it's kind of like, why
You've crashed.
I crashed.
You're depressed,
Yep.
and your
I'm
high
in
is
a spiral.
your high is gone.
Yes.
Yeah.
I actually had a runner's high this morning, and
Did you?
then I thought, and I kind of had a little crash later on. I had the runner's high. I was walking to the coffee shop after the run, and then on the way back, I was like, I got my coffee now. I got cookies. About to start the show. I should be parlaying this, rolling into, but I was like having a little bit of crash. I was like thinking, dude, you get a runner's crash?
Well, with any high, there's going to be a down.
Wow. Even runner's high.
Yeah, man, it doesn't just last.
I'm learning this.
But I
So
suppose it's all
The tone is kind of what's surprising me of this response.
it's all in reference to what you expect. Do you expect to remain like? I suppose you can look at it from like, what does a crash look like? Because
I love your lazy air quotes today. So, what does a crash look like? Of course,
what do you want me to go like this?
of course, it depends what your expectations are. You know. Sorry, go ahead though.
Well, no, I'm done.
No, if my interruptions are going to stop you, this is not going to work.
We're gonna talk about this after the show.
Oh, what a weasel.
Just kidding. No, so if you think about it like this, obviously, if you
Sorry?
obviously if you have a high, you're gonna have a decline. So if you expect to remain at that runner's high, what, indefinitely, Paul? Is that what you want? You want to be high all day?
Is that so much to ask?
Can we
Can I just be high
Yeah.
and constantly coming for the rest of my life?
You know what I did recently?
We got to keep them on their toes.
Sorry, I
every
missed
once in a
that.
while.
Yeah, I did
I'm
miss
just going
that.
to drop a little bomb in. No, you didn't miss anything.
That
Go
is
ahead, go
not
ahead, go
that
ahead.
is not too much to ask.
Thank you. I'm a reasonable man.
I revisited some Charlie Sheen old
Oh,
interviews.
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, dude.
That was some of the best YouTube ever.
Absolutely, man.
And then we went and saw him live, remember? Oh, my God. You don't remember that?
What? We
Dude,
did see him live.
You called me. Remember, he was doing a live show that Russell Peters hosted, and he came to Vancouver, and we were deep into like the YouTube Charlie Sheen hole. And then you called me one day, and you're like, "What are you doing tonight?" And I'm like, "It depends. I can make things happen." You're like, "We're going to Charlie Sheen. I just got tickets on the radio or something."
What?
Yeah, dude, you got tickets from someone, maybe like Kristen Sills or something.
Maybe.
I think it was like a radio connection you had, and you're like, "We're going to Charlie Sheen," and
Maybe
it was terrible though.
It was terrible.
It was like
at, where was it?
It was at Rogers Arena.
But it was like a condensed.
Yeah, because they didn't
just
sell
the floor.
enough.
Yeah. Bro,
but it
I
was
do
like
remember
beautifully terrible. We
Yeah.
wanted to be there and know what it was like.
that. Were we drinking?
Yeah,
Like heavily?
I think we made a night out of it.
Okay.
But like we went in there like
Dude,
to watch
see,
the show.
This is actually a good segue-ish. Still on topic. My memory is awful.
Okay,
Like this kind of shit.
that's fair.
I don't know. I've seen so many shows and stuff, and there's like bands that people be like, "Have you ever seen this band?" And I'm like, it's a band that I would have seen, but I don't know if I have, and I think I might have. Anyways, just as I actually wouldn't.
That's funny.
There's no way that if you didn't say that, I would have remembered that.
That's wild.
And I was
even when you were digging into the videos recently.
100%. If someone was like, "Dude, I saw Charlie Sheen live," I'd be like, "Whoa, what was that like?"
Awesome.
Is it though?
It's whatever.
Yeah, it is. Anyways, great run he was on.
Oh my God.
He was on fire, man. The shit that he was saying in these videos that I visited, like it was literally like 5 minutes.
Of like a supercut?
Just maybe 5 minutes collectively of like 3 different videos that I clicked on. Then I was like, hey, I cut myself off. But it was, oh my goodness, man. Him on 60 Minutes and like, he's just delusional.
Yeah, it's too good.
Too
She's
good,
like,
man.
this one keeps popping on my Instagram. It's like, Charlie, are there any drugs in the house right now?
Yeah.
What does he say?
He's like, what does he go? No, I don't know. Then he's like, if there are, you need to find them and bring them to me.
Yeah, exactly. And she just like has none of it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Shit, dude. I wonder what he's doing right now.
He's pulled himself together. He has HIV too, but
Yeah.
he's I think he's addressed that too and said he was still
fuck.
high with during all that.
I got an interesting thing that I went on a bit of a rabbit hole. There's I think the second or third person to be cured of HIV.
Yeah.
Did you hear about that?
I've been hearing about these folks.
Like using like some kind of placenta stem cells.
I love it.
And the other one was something different. There's like 3 people that have been actually like cured.
Well,
Isn't that wild?
incredibly great.
Yeah, man. I thought it was pretty awesome myself. This cookie's good, by the way. Not amazing.
I
Why is that funny?
I can hear it. I don't know.
Can you hear me crunching?
Yeah, I can hear.
But through that?
No, I think just through my ear.
Does it bother you?
I'll be okay.
Really?
Oh yeah,
You want me
yeah.
to stop?
Oh hell no.
Okay.
Do it louder.
Can I have my banana?
How about this one? Yeah, you can have anything you want, and you can be high all day.
And
When you come to this house,
come?
yeah, big time. I have another cargo jet one. This has become the cargo jet and HIV
Let's go.
show. Welcome to the cargo jet and HIV with the Chit Chat Boys. Talking about cures and
Interlocking fingers. What's the one?
So
That laugh is actually like the Pet Go laugh. Dude, I watched that piece again.
that piece of,
That
of
clip?
art.
It is, man. You're trying to hold it together, and you're going, yeah, trying to lead me on. No, man. You've watched that many times, haven't you?
I've watched it a few times.
Wow.
So okay, I was packing in boxes with this one guy, cargo jet, right? I used to work there, and I was just like catching my brain doing another thing that brains do, kind of like the guy with leggings and shorts,
Right.
and walking by on the street. And so I'm like packing things in, and this is an old guy. He's not throwing it all. He kind of takes it a little more seriously.
What's old?
60.
Oh, okay.
And so we're just kind of like more systematically packing boxes in, and we're trying to stack them like a Tetris
Okay. Into a van.
no, it's like this metal like bin that kind of fits in one part of the plane.
Okay.
And it's like and I'm like stacking them, and I'm trying to do a really good job like playing Tetris. He hands me a box, and I realized that like I don't know if this is a guy thing or if it's just a me thing. I feel like it's a guy thing. Not to be sexist, but like I like sort of one of these like macho things that your brain does, like the reptile part of your brain or whatever. Because in my head I'm like, man, I'm stacking these really well. Like I'm like on kind of a roll, and like I was like wanting the guy to be like, man, you like you're stacking like these really well. Like this is your first day. Like I can't believe it's your. And I was like having him go off on this whole speech in my head, and then I was like kept packing, and then I'm like, I'm like no, I don't even want him to say like,
Can I stop you?
please stop me.
I think there's one thing that has become apparent from this show.
What?
I think you need professional help, dude. We gotta get you.
I'm a normal guy.
So you wanted approval, which is normal.
Yeah.
Okay, this is what.
But I was also aware of how funny it was.
What was your story in your head?
Pretty much.
You
that.
wanted him to.
I kept changing it. I wanted him to be like, "Yo, you just so you know, like you're packing really well." And then that went on for a bit. I'm like, "No, you know what I actually want him to say? I want him to stop at the end." I remember this specifically. I was like, "I want him to be like, man, I've been doing this job for a while." And I don't think I've ever seen anyone like stack boxes like this.
And if he had said like a different, more mild version of that, you'd have been upset. You'd have upset yourself.
I would have just like fucking beat the fucking shit out of him.
Hey man, that's a great story, by the way. What's the worst job that you've ever done where you were most miserable in it?
Oh man, do you have one? I think I know what yours is.
What is it?
The demolition.
Oh yeah, I was pretty miserable in that for sure. I've had a bunch.
I've had a few too.
I had like even the dish pit at times was miserable. Like
oh yeah,
horrific. Like just getting covered in working like doubles and just getting covered in eaten food. Like when it would get busy and the servers would just like slam their shit and like little things of ketchup would just splatter you in the face and shit. Like
yeah,
just disgusting. And the demolition for sure, and then the garbage truck was one shift.
You did one shift of garbage truck ride on the back?
Yeah, I did.
I did that for like
13 and a half hours. I know you did, yeah. Was that pretty hellish?
No, that was kind of dope for a while actually.
Fair.
Like a couple of those early mornings, I was on that like early morning high.
Yeah.
And just being like, I would sing in the back. I remember one
really?
time the driver was like, "Were you singing that back there?" I was like, "I don't know, they can hear me."
That's interesting. I wouldn't picture you as someone who would do that. Do you sing in the shower?
Not really.
No?
Yeah.
But only in garbage trucks?
You sing Trippy Red in the shower?
Yeah.
Like, pew, beep, pew, up, pew, yeah, go on.
I do rap sometimes. I don't sing, I rap.
Yeah, you're more
Actually,
of an
no,
urban
I sing
fellow.
a bit. I sing a bit.
Good.
A little bit.
Okay.
Anyways, you're right. You know what? I did one shift on the garbage truck, which was that's not fair for me to say that because
it wasn't that bad.
It wasn't that bad at all. I did like a 13-hour shift.
Okay, yeah.
So it was grueling because it was very physical, but I was also young and chipper.
Yeah.
And it was good experience. And I learned something from I learned a life lesson that day, actually.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What was it?
I'll tell you about it.
Yeah, go ahead.
If you want to hear about it.
Now's a good time for me.
So this guy was driving the truck, and I think I was about 23.
Mm-hmm.
And I was making just cash. I was working labor ready.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, you get up at like 4:45 and you're there at like 5:15.
I think I did that for a bit too.
Like pretty rough people.
And they're like, and then you get they take a cut, all the little cuts from your thing, and you get checked for like $50 at the end of the day. I remember one time I got $52.
Yeah.
And I was like,
they got the machine that just gives you the money right away.
Oh yeah. And then take a couple extra bucks for that.
100%. You want it now or do you want it later?
Yeah.
Or do you want to check?
Yeah.
It was ruthless, man.
Yeah.
And I knew what they charged too.
Yeah.
They
you
charged
could find
a
that
lot.
out. Yeah. Yeah, totally.
They would
like,
bill out at like
crap.
fucking $30 an hour for you to go shovel garbage at a construction site.
Yeah.
And then they would pay you like $8 an hour.
That's got to be
at
the
the
worst
time.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And just the people. I remember there was one that I was doing. There was a flood at BCIT because it was funny because I was going to BCIT and then I'd get reading breaks and I'd go work 2 weeks of labor ready. And there was a flood at BCIT during spring break. And so I was going back to my school. You okay? I was going back to my school to like basically move all the furniture out of the building. and you know how they would ask you if you have a car?
Yeah.
I was fucking driving shady people. I was like, yeah, I have a car, and then they give you a bonus for commuting people with you, right? This is like Wally, Surrey.
Tight.
You know? And anyways, I'm driving these like, you know, again, all respect to them.
Marginalized. Yeah.
But like just like people I wouldn't trust with like, you know, my shit.
Yeah.
Just trying to make a buck, so shout out to them grinding. But we got there one time and this guy who I had worked with, we got in this little groove. It was like a week-long gig. And so I had these 3 guys who would carpool with me, and the one guy who like was a good guy shows up one morning. He's got his fucking hand is like all bandaged up. It's like blood seeping through his bandage, and he stinks like booze. Like he just literally, he looks like he's not slept, and he's just like, and he's a rough guy to begin with, but a sweet guy. We were like, you know, pals for the first 3 days leading up to this or whatever. And I was like, man, what happened? And he got in a fight with his woman, and like she threw a plate at him, and it smashed his hand, and it cut his hand severely, and he went to the hospital and shit. But he was just like blackout drunk, clearly, because he stunk like booze. Anyways, we get to the job site because the guy did show up. We get to the job site, and he's just like, he goes, and my car, we would park kind of far away, and he goes, I'm just gonna stay in here. And he was like, I'm not gonna work. I just need to sleep. And I was like, man, I opted to. I was like, bro, I came back. I felt weird about it, and I came back. I was like, man, I can't let you just sleep in my car. I just couldn't let him do it. I was worried. Thought he'd fucking jack my car, and so I had to like tell him I felt bad, but it was just like a decision that I made. And anyways, that's my story. What was that like for you?
That was...
How long was that? Did I just go off?
No, you're good. I wouldn't have let him sleep there too.
Yeah.
I don't even think you need to say like he's gonna jack or he's not. It's just like, nah. Yeah. I don't let people sleep in my car. It's not happening. Sorry.
Right.
That's easy for me to say because I'm like the tough guy and everything.
You are. You always
and
have
I'd
been.
Be like,
yeah.
I'd be like, hey, Kimosabi.
Why don't you get the fuck out?
Get walking.
Yeah.
No, I would.
Yeah.
That's a tough one. I don't know how I would handle it back. We've talked about this too sometimes. Where it's like,
you would have been a fucking little baby boy.
Yeah, I was a pushover for a lot of years. I would have been like,
can I bring you some food?
I could jerk you off too.
Do you want to sleep over? Because I could take you to my home. My mom makes good meatloaf.
Okay.
My name's Paul Hickey.
Okay, that's a...
I'm dumb.
That's enough.
No.
That's enough.
Okay.
No, a little bit more.
We were talking about... shout out to Labor Ready, though, right? Great business model.
Sure.
No, it's gross. But that was some of the worst shit, for sure.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
$52.
Fuck, I've done a lot of shitty jobs.
Now you made it.
Yeah, man.
Now you're on the other side.
Yeah. Working in the drug house was pretty bad too. Anyways, what about you?
I'll do another topic.
Perfect. What time do we got?
12:07.
Okay, we got 15 minutes. You know what? What's your topic, dude? Greg. Who's the guy's name? Eric, sorry. Fucking Eric.
Should we do the segment where I try to see if a premise of a new joke is workable?
Yeah.
Okay.
Here we go.
The
Yeah, this has got legs. Joke part. Well, fuck's sakes, Paul. If we gotta scroll through, pages of shit, and give the people like an hour of dead air.
yeah.
That's a phrase in the business. Your mic's hot. Camera's rolling.
So oh yeah, this is basically just gonna be the whole joke, but you tell me if it's relatable or not.
Okay.
And we've been on a pretty good roll with these.
Yeah.
The toilet paper one, you
The
said
Aussie
that's
one.
relatable. The Aussie one was good.
That was really good. What was that one again?
No, I can't do the same joke.
I just wanted to remember it. You ran over family.
Yeah.
I just
Ran over.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's the one. Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I had this great uncle. Bless you. And bless me. Thank you.
Yeah.
Remember that guy? So I had this great uncle. Excuse me, Bessie. Thank you.
I love that.
Inside jokes.
I watched that video like 12 times.
Oh my god, have you seen the recent one? I mean, I don't know. This is a meme. You see the one? It's the guy. He's behind the counter. He's like, hi, how are ya? Someone's going washing.
Oh, dude.
I'll send it to you. It's the best.
Okay. I'll watch
Okay,
it.
so I had this great uncle,
Yeah.
and he died when he was 103 years old.
Is that true?
No, it's a freaking joke.
Sorry.
Whoa. Is that true? Who is this guy?
Hey, you gotta,
Who's this guy?
prepare for hecklers.
True.
What would you say to me?
I'd say, nah.
Hey, buddy.
Yeah, it's true.
Gee, your fucking protein target today? Get the fuck out of here.
I need you up there.
Yeah.
I'm like, handle this.
I'll just jump on him and just beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So I had this great uncle,
Mm-hmm.
and he died when he was 103.
Okay.
So he was pretty old fashioned in a lot of ways, you can
Yeah,
imagine.
yeah.
But he's also one of those old guys that's trying to like keep up and stay a little bit hip. So he was kind of modern in some ways too.
Right.
Like he found computers to be like tricky and complicated and unreliable. He said they reminded him of his slut boyfriend.
What?
Yeah. In my opinion, though, they were poly, so he should have known what he signed up for.
What?
That's what you get when you meet someone at vape school. So, yeah. What do you think of that one?
It's maybe got legs.
It's kind of confusing, though.
Yeah, it is confusing. It might also win you an Nanaimo bar. Which is that's an outcome that is favorable.
That's right.
To some degree.
Absolutely.
Nah, it's got legs. I get it. It's a bit confusing.
Yeah, it's
Keep
got...
in mind, I'm,
No, don't sell yourself short. You give me a good feedback, good honest reaction.
Yeah.
That's what this is all about.
Exactly. Thank you for sharing that with me.
Well, that's one of our segments,
Yeah.
We do a joke.
Yeah.
You can do a joke too.
Okay.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
of course.
You ready?
Yeah. No.
No. I don't have any.
You can prepare one.
I can. Yeah, I will. Hey, what's the deal with...
Okay, what's the deal with our fucking calls right now?
What do you mean? We getting them?
No, we're not getting any.
Oh, man, dude. Here we go. This is the anger push. Once a show, ladies and gentlemen, Paul has one angry outburst in which he tries to aggressively recruit callers.
Yeah, it's true. I shouldn't be so aggressive, but if you have anything to say, you want to comment on our set or our appearances or stuff we said.
You know what, dude? We
Any
gotta
comment.
cap it. I gotta
Alright.
go.
Okay.
Is that cool?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah. It's been an hour and a bit,
It's true.
right?
Yeah.
We'll be back next week.
We will be back next week.
100%.
Thanks a lot
And I'm
for
gonna have some more prepared shit. I know I say that every
You're
time.
great.
But I mean it.
We
This time.
did.
I didn't mean it before.
This time it's real.
This time it's real.
Yep. Thanks a lot, you guys, for showing up and tuning in and all that.
Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next week.
Hell yeah.
Put on that music that I like, Paul. Put that song.
Everything
on.
about this show is just like a little bit
Clunky.
clunky.
Yeah, it's good though. It adds to it. It makes it so real. Fashion Killer. Isn't that a good song?
Yeah. Love that song.
A pistol go bang bang boom boom bop bop. A pistol go bang bang boom boom bop bop. You don't like that?
That's great.
All
right, I'm gonna turn our audio
This
off.
is the longest the longest outro in podcast history. Are we off now?
No.
Oh fuck! Cut me off, man. Please.
Do you have any last?
No. Turn it off.